What's up, YouTube? I'm back on the video. In today's video, we're going to be proving that no one has never left so-called outer space. I'm going to prove to you again that once again that we are in water. And I'm going to play a clip on YouTube to further prove to you that we're in water. Okay. The reason you have not seen me making videos because YouTube has deleted my account. They suspended it. So I had to reappeal it, and they just reinstated it. So that's why you have not seen me. But the last video I had made before my account was deleted, I had told you all that I was going to be taking time off, about probably 6 months to a year. You know what I'm saying? I got some raw information to bring out. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned. So here we go. So we're going to be coming from this book right here. I used it before, the Hermetic Bible Dictionary, and this book right here, The Black Truth by J. Asar Jubal. This book is not. It's in print, but they want like $200 some for it, like on Amazon, but I call it a good deal for it. So let's go here. So we're gonna go here to the letter N once again, right? So we're going to head to the letter N. We're gonna go right here to the bottom. It says the letter N, also spelled IN, existed before the beginning and is the first letter word mentioned in the Bible. Okay, the Negro Egyptians identified deity N as a dark, watery abyss or a frantic, violent force which formed the universe, called the Big Bang by today's scientists, and every conceivable thought. It says from the letter N, or before the beginning, evolved to the letter A during the beginning. Okay, now, so there was nothing but water in the beginning, elements. Okay, nothing but elements. Okay, and this is all going to tie back into carbon, melanin, right? Okay, so we're going to go here to Black Truth. Go right here on page 125. It says, with food, of course, there's water. The female has always been representative of water or moisture in nearly all its forms. The water is from whence all life has evolved. Thus, it is female which also produces all life. The universe itself, called by the ancients, they called it the celestial sea, is represented by the sky goddess Nut, who becomes the mother of galaxies and suns. The earth, originally covered by liquids from which all life has sprung, is naturally female and always addressed as Mother Earth. Now we're going to go right here. I go right here to water. Listen to this. One of the greatest differences between the thinking of white people, or Caucasians or Europeans, and the knowledge of non-white people was that white people, both ancient and present day, insist on there being a, quote, beginning. The holiest book, the Christian Bible, starts out with the words in the beginning. So you know that it's in the beginning, is IN supposed to be in. Now listen, now look at this. You have two different sources saying the same thing. It says in Africa, as recorded in the hieroglyphics, existence is perpetual and constantly changes, but there is no beginning and no end. Autumn, or the atom, says the ancient African text, existed in the primeval water, which they call Nu, Nin, or just in. Those waters were also called the celestial sea by the ancient Africans, while the Europeans called it just space. There is no space. We are in water. Water. Before the atom could exist, there had to already be in existence the celestial sea, or in other words, the universe. And since the universe has always been in existence, there could be no beginning, and since it still exists, no end. Okay? We're going to drop down here. It says that the letter N represents water from whence all life emerged. Right? I'm going to drop down here. It says the Ankh literally means the first life on earth, or perhaps more accurately, the first water on earth, therefore life. Since the water, as with the celestial sea, already contains the atom or life, the thing that is always present for anything to exist is water. Water is the basis of existence. The hieroglyphic symbol for water, which was developed from the shape of the surface. When we write the hieroglyphic, the first three strokes we make in produces the first three strokes we make, the symbol for water produces the letter N, and thereby shows again the ancient genesis for this European symbol. So you have here the hieroglyphic symbol in ancient Africa was of course pronounced N, E-N, or just N, just as it is in English and all other languages that use the symbol today. So when you write this letter N, when you write the letter N, I want you to see this. When you write the letter N, and you constantly repeat the motion N, you are writing the symbol for water, or a current, or electricity. Okay? That's what that is. It's a current. It's constantly in motion. Okay? And my next video, going to break down these gods and all this stuff. Well, I got some stuff coming. I got some stuff coming. So, there is no such thing as space. It's sea. We're in water. Celestial sea. Water. Right? Okay, so let's put this to the side. And listen to this. They're going to admit it. Now it's going to tie all back into melanin, carbon. Without carbon, nothing can live.
Through the history of space exploration so far, we've debated where the Earth's atmosphere ends and space begins. And your surprise for the day is that according to newly unearthed observations, our atmosphere is way bigger than we ever thought. Like, it goes past the moon. We've mostly defined...
So like here, they're talking about the Earth's atmosphere. Different layers. There's different layers in the Earth's atmosphere. Right? So I'm going to click on images, and I'm going to click on here. Okay. I want to click right here. Like right here, right? So the further you go up in the air, right, it gets colder. You're running out of air, right? And out here, so this is the last layer, the exosphere, right? You have the thermosphere, the mesosphere, the stratosphere, the troposphere, right? So out here is not, we're in water, and what's giving us our visual light is the sun, but outside of here there's nothing but darkness, water, right? So let's keep on going.
Define space as the vast expanse of the rest of the universe that exists past the Kármán line, which exists roughly 100 kilometers above mean sea level. Now, according to the Fédération Aéronautique Internationale, the organization officially in charge of determining these kinds of rules, after the Kármán line, you are in space. The reasoning behind this is after 100 kilometers, the Earth's atmosphere becomes too thin for a conventional aeronautic vehicle like an airplane to stay in flight without reaching orbital velocity. So you have to switch to more specialized astronautic vehicles. But if you thought this was going to be simple, it's not. Even though the FAI's Kármán line designation is commonly recognized, there's actually no official international consensus over where space technically begins. Some astrophysicists say it should actually be 80 kilometers above the mean sea level because of the way the orbital momentum acts on satellite objects. NASA and the US Air Force also define space as starting about 80 kilometers above the Earth's surface, and those who cross that line officially become astronauts. Okay, so the definition of space is up in the air, but what even is the atmosphere? Yes, it's the bubble of gases that shield and insulate the Earth from the aggressive radiation of the sun and the cold, dark depths of space. But like most complex things, it's got layers. The troposphere, with all our fun weather and necessary gases for breathing and surviving. The stratosphere, where commercial airlines fly when possible because there's usually less turbulence. The mesosphere, where most meteors burn up and the highest layer at which clouds can form. And then comes the thermosphere, which is where that tricky...
So before any so-called meteors can come into our atmosphere, they're already burnt up. That's why you don't see any meteors or asteroids coming into this atmosphere, coming into the atmosphere. It's already burnt up, and the higher you go up, the colder it gets. You'll freeze to death. So like when they say they went to the moon, they just orbited. We just say, for lack of a better term, they orbited the moon. They circled the moon. Okay, but they have never been outside of this. Let you see this. They have never been outside of this. Outside of the... So look, like here on Wikipedia, it says exosphere, ancient Greek, outside, external, beyond, right? And then when you go up here, look what it says. See also extraterrestrial atmospheres. So, let's keep on listening to what she has to say.
Kármán line lives, and this is where astronauts begin to experience weightlessness and is where the ISS orbits. That means that technically our most commonly defined line of where space begins is still in Earth's atmosphere. And then finally there's the exosphere, that final layer between us and outer space made up of super spaced out hydrogen and helium atoms slowly dissipating out to nothing up to 200,000 kilometers away from Earth's surface. Or so we thought. We actually haven't previously really known where the exosphere ends and outer space begins. We just know that those extremely sparse gases gradually fade out into a vacuum. But
see that? So they have never been outside. When we talk about outer space, there is no outer space. There's no such thing as space. It's water. Now, if you want to talk about have they ever been outside of the atmosphere? Have they ever been outside of this? Have they ever been outside of this? Have they been beyond this layer? No, because it's pure darkness. And you will get lost. Right? So, they're giving you the diagram here. They're giving you the diagram. They're showing you. Okay? They're giving you the diagram. They're showing you, plain as day. So they have not been outside of our so-called Earth's atmosphere. Now, I'm going to post that link in my description box. So, when we go back here to the sacred N-word, they're telling you, I'm giving you two different sources that's telling you that there is no beginning. There was nothing but elements. Elements. Okay? And it says here that it says water, a dark watery abyss existed in the so-called beginning. There is no beginning, but it has always existed. Okay? Now, the ancients called it the celestial sea. Now, when we go here to 1 second. When we go here, let's see. We're gonna type in carbon. I got some stuff coming for you with this carbon. Okay? Now, it says that carbon, coal, right? Or another word for melanin, right? It says it's the second most abundant element in the human body, right? Okay? Now, when we drop down here on Wikipedia, listen to what they say at the end. It says that we talk about carbon and its makeup or whatever, right? Listen to what it says. For this reason, carbon has often been referred to as, quote, the king of elements. Like when they do carbon dating, right? I keep on telling you that we are nothing but elements, chemical elements. And the main element for life is carbon. Right? We're going to get into that this carbon is intelligence. Okay? Now, because if you're not talking about melanin, carbon, you're not talking about nothing. Okay, I'm going to get into that in my next couple of videos. I got some stuff to bring out. So, we're gonna go here to the Hesiod. Okay. Type in chaos. So we type in chaos, right? So you have chaos, cosmogony, right? Chaos refers to a void state preceding creation of the universe, right? So we're going to go here to, they say it right here, means emptiness, vast void, abyss. Abyss means water. Okay? Now we're going to go here to Hesiod's Theogony. So you have Hesiod's Theogony. This is describing the origins and genealogy of the Greek gods or the gods. Right? And what did they say? Okay? Let's go here. Give me 1 second. So the first god or the first deity that they say is chaos. Right? It tell you the world began with the spontaneous generation of four beings. First arose chaos. Right? They're telling you. Chaos came to be or was. Came to be or was. They're telling you right here. At the beginning, there was only chaos, night, dark. Right? Darkness. It says the air and heaven had no existence. The air that we breathe had no existence, and the heaven and the sky, we want to call it that, was not even in existence. What was there? Darkness. It's even in the damn Bible. Chaos has been linked with the term Tahu wa Bohu in Genesis 1:2. The term may refer to a state of non-being prior to creation, or to a formless state. You see that? In the book of Genesis, the Spirit of God is moved upon the face of waters, displacing the earlier state of the universe, which is likened to a watery chaos, upon which there is Hebrew word chosek, which translated from the Hebrew is darkness, confusion. What's darkness? Carbon. And we're going to get into more about carbon. Okay? This is what this is saying. So, there is no outer space. They have never left this atmosphere. So when we type in the word chaos, what does it say? Chaos, a formless matter supposed to have existed before the creation of the universe. You see that? So let's go back here to carbon. We go here to carbon. Okay? And we're going to go right here. Now look at what they say. Where is it at? Where is it at? Look at this. Here's carbon, right? And what does this say? Carbon is primordial. Primordial. Click on primordial, right? This is saying this is before things came into existence. So carbon, melanin was there. It was there. These are elements. These are elements, primordial elements. Primordial elements. Do you all know what primordial means? That means before the so-called earth was made. Before anything was made, these elements was already there. Before any of your gods came to existence, these elements was there. Primordial sea. We're talking about water. Primordial ocean. Okay? So here you go. According to Hesiod, the next primordial gods that came into being are, right? So it says first came chaos. So it says darkness and night, born of chaos. Light and day, born of night and darkness. It says chaos, a void, has no gender. Next comes the earth, or Mother Earth, Gaia, right? And then you have here ether is light. So before light, you have darkness. So we're going to keep, so this is a genealogy of all these gods coming into, all these so-called deities coming into existence, right? They're telling you, this is what they're telling you. You have the Titans. So before the Titans, you don't have any God. You don't have any God. You don't have any Anunnakis. You don't have none of that stuff. Elohim, you don't have none of that stuff. Okay? You go to Sumerian mythology, they say the same damn thing. So they have never left this atmosphere. Because the colder you go, the higher you go up in the air, the colder it gets. And when you go beyond the exosphere, when you go beyond this last layer, then you get the so-called outer space. There's no outer space. You're just going, it's just different levels. You're going up, there's just different levels you're going up in the air. There's layers to this stuff. And when you get out here, there's total darkness. How can you see anything? If it's just pitch black, how can you see something? Because you need to have you have to have a lot of light in order to see out here in this darkness. I'm going to show you when you get into this carbon, this melanin. I'm going to show you that we are surrounded in darkness all the time. Okay, so we can't. So when people say they died and went to heaven, they saw God, he was all light. No, that's a lie. There's darkness. You don't know anything when you're born. It's a blank state. Chaos. Okay? Ether, light, is all the way down here. Something preceded light. Okay? So they're telling you that no one has left this atmosphere. But something came in. Something came in. Something came in when you go here to the exosphere. I've done videos on this previously. Right? I'm telling you. Look this stuff up. Right? Now, before I go, there's a guy on YouTube named Remedy H. Remedy H. I believe that's his YouTube name or whatever. This guy right here, right? This dude right here he posted something on his channel. I believe he posted something on his channel. And he's promoting false information. I don't know who this dude is, but this dude posted this image right here, right? And he said this is Nikola Tesla. Are you saying this? This dude right here, Remedy H, posted this picture 3 days ago and said that this is Nikola Tesla. This is not Nikola Tesla. This is a man named Walter William Smith. Stop letting these niggas fool you. You niggas want to believe any damn thing. And he was he was an engineer. Here it is right here. Click on images. Here it is right here. The same picture this dude posted saying this is Nikola Tesla. This is not Nikola Tesla. This is a guy named Walter William Smith in the Archives Library, right here. Guide to African American Research. Right? Who is this dude? Walter William Smith, first African American to receive a degree from the University of Illinois in the 1900s. Okay? I'm running out of time. But that picture right there just been debunked. That's not no damn Nikola Tesla. With that being said, peace. I'll see you in the next one.